Hi, friends. Many of us have heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But if you are somebody on a weight loss journey, is it really the most important meal of the day? The answer is that it depends. And here's what I mean. Personally, for me, I am somebody within 30 minutes to 1 hour of waking up every morning, I am extremely hungry. I'm talking like my belly is grumbling. I get irritable. I am somebody who gets hungry very early. I need breakfast early. Now, my husband is somebody who naturally gets up, drinks coffee, and doesn't get hungry until about 11 or 11:30. And so he is somebody who naturally tends to skip breakfast. He gets hungry and eats when he gets hungry, which is an early lunch. And so I do want to remind you, if you are somebody who is trying to lose weight, breakfast isn't necessarily the most important meal of the day. You really need to listen to your body's own natural hunger levels to decide, do I actually need breakfast? Or am I somebody who tends to do better without breakfast? And so I find everybody is very different. And also, some days are different. Some days you might be hungry early and eat breakfast, and other days you might not be and skip it. And so I really do recommend trialing and erroring. And most importantly, trusting your own hunger levels to determine if you are somebody who wants to eat breakfast. But I want to get on to the main point of this video. And today I want to chat about 5 breakfasts to avoid if you are trying to lose weight and some healthier, easy alternatives that you can choose instead. So, idea number 1, if you are somebody trying to lose weight, I highly recommend that for most breakfasts, you skip the sugary cereals. So I'm going to be honest. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Cocoa Pebbles, Fruit Loops, Frosted Flakes, they all taste delicious, but they're high in sugar, they're low in protein, they're low in fiber, which means they're not going to keep you feeling full for very long, and your blood sugar is going to spike and then crash. And when it crashes, guess what? So does your energy. So if you're somebody who loves cereals, opt for high protein, fiber rich cereals. Cereals that are really made with brands, whole grains, or whole oats. Another idea is making oatmeal in the mornings. Yes, it's warm. You could do overnight oats if you prefer them cold. And you can add protein powder to make them healthier. So definitely some alternatives that you can have instead of the sugary cereals. Breakfast number 2 to be very mindful of if you're trying to lose weight are packaged granola bars. And I need to say this one with a caveat because there are healthy options of protein bars out there. But if you are somebody who enjoys protein bars or granola bars, sometimes I eat them. Many are loaded with added sugar, unhealthy saturated fats, and minimal protein. So check out the nutrition label that's on the bar that you enjoy. How many grams of sugar are added? Can you keep that to 5 grams of sugar or less of added sugars? How many grams of protein are in those bars? Can you try to find one that has a minimum of 10 grams of protein or more? Or for another option, you can also make your own healthy granola bars or protein bars. Use oats. You can add in nuts. You can add in some nut butter. You can add in a little bit of honey. You could even drizzle in a few mini chocolate chips if you want that extra sweetness. You could also use some protein powder if you want to increase the protein. And so that's a way to make a much healthier option than some of those added sugar processed options that are found at the grocery store. Breakfast number 3 to avoid if you are trying to lose weight are flavored yogurts. And again, I do say this one with a caveat because there are some healthier versions of flavored yogurts out there these days. But many of the flavored yogurts that are available, the regular Yoplait, the regular Dannon, etc., have tons of added sugar, which means extra calories. And again, if you're trying to lose weight, the key is going to be creating that calorie deficit. So opt for either a brand that contains minimal added sugar. I know that I believe Oikos and Too Good are two different brands that add minimal sugar, or an even better option, buy plain Greek yogurt that's not flavored, add fresh berries, and add a natural sweetener like some honey to it, or even a little bit of vanilla extract will make it taste so much better without the additional sugar. Breakfast number 4 to ditch if you are on a weight loss journey are store-bought muffins and pastries. And these are so darn delicious to eat. But they're also very high in refined carbs, in simple sugars, and in saturated fats, which means they're not going to keep you feeling full for very long. And about 30 minutes to an hour after eating them, your energy is going to dip. So instead of buying store-bought treats, try making your own baked goods. You can add Greek yogurt as an ingredient. You can add in some protein powder to add more protein. You can try making them with whole wheat flour instead of regular white flour to be healthier. You can add in cut up fruit or even some dried fruit to, again, add healthy carbs that are going to prevent that energy drop. So that's a much healthier option than the store-bought counterparts. And last but not least, the 5th food to avoid if you are trying to lose weight for breakfast are fruit juices. And again, I love a good glass of apple juice myself, but many fruit juices are just concentrated with sugar. They have so many additives and they contain little to no fiber, which again is going to spike that blood sugar and cause it to crash. So another easy option, instead of relying on fruit juices, just grab the whole piece of fruit itself. It provides fiber and balances out natural sugars instead of the added sugars that many juices. Now, the final thing that I want to leave you with on this video is that I want to remind you that all of these foods, I was using words like skip and avoid and be mindful of, but I do want to stress that all of these foods can be incorporated into your weight loss plan on special occasions, and you can still feel amazing in terms of energy, and you can still successfully lose weight and keep it off long term. I do want to be honest, none of these foods need to be banned or never eaten again or forbidden. But if you're somebody who falls prey to these food options more often than not for breakfast, there's definitely room for improvement to make it easier to look and feel your best. So if you have any questions, feel free, reach out to me. I would be happy to answer those. And as always, if you found this video helpful, give me a like, give me a subscribe, and in the comments below, drop which of these options are you going to try for breakfast this week or next week. Thanks so much, and we'll talk soon.